Hello everyone. Welcome to the presentation on advocacy and activism in early childhood setting. This is an important aspect of our work and is crucial to understand the significance of both advocacy and activism. Before I begin my presentation, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and the land on which we meet today. I pay my respect to their elders past, present, and engage emerging and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Introduction. After studying this unit, I have gained a deeper understanding of role of the teacher, not only as an educator but also as an advocate and activist for children, families, and communities. So now, what is activism and advocacy? According to the Switchers 2015, activists do themselves a disservice if they alienate advocates who believe just as passionately as they do but choose to go about implementing change in a different way. In this way, as a teacher, one should understand that colleagues, parents, and other educators may have different approaches to supporting children and advocating for their needs. Like that, teachers should work by embracing diverse perspective and method. Thus, working together even with different approaches is more effective than creating divisions. Image of the teacher. For me, the image of the teacher goes beyond being a facilitator of learning. A teacher is a nurturer, a role model, and a leader. This image shapes how engage with families, how I create an inclusive, equitable, and supportive environment. In fact, teachers have a profound responsibility to advocate for the rights of children, especially those facing obstacles due to socioeconomic and culture some development changes. I also support, according to the Deakin and Deep, this is why Madaro Foundations has placed improving early years at the core of our strategy to empower Australia families and communities through play-based program. According to the Early Childhood Australia Code of Ethics, a teacher must advocate for the children participation in society. Teacher must support the rights of all children as outlined in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Advocacy activism in practice. For this unit, I have understood that advocacy activism in early childhood education were crucial for addressing resolving challenges. For example, advocacy comes into pay when we challenge policies ensure that resources are equitable distributed within the classroom. Describe the guidelines or rules to be followed. A policy states you agreed belief on a range of topics relating to their service provided, gives a framework for decision making and ensure consistent practice. McCormick 2012, page number 4. According to the United Nations Conventions on the Rights of the Child, children have the rights to be the heard and to be participant in decisions that affect them. As teacher, we are their voice for fulfill their rights and needs where they might not have a power to speak up. Leadership philosophy ongoing reflection. In my leadership philosophy, I believe that a leader engaged by reflecting on their principles, advocacy, and activism. For me, leadership is a early childhood education focused on fostering cultural equality, collaboration where every child and family feels valued. Advocacy involves actively listening to the children and their families and recognizing their strength and standing up for their rights. So my philosophy for documentation, like according to the Brand and Gibbs, professional active action encompass and numerous responsibilities, including acknowledging and attending to legal requirement and transparency, and ensuring that working documents are routinely and reviewable and corporately adjusted rather than set in stone. So thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation. So advocacy activism are not just a task, they are the lifelong commitment we work on as educators. Besides, we adopt the unique ability to shape a more just the equitable future for all children in their future development. Thus, my hope in that this reflection encourage you to consider how each of us can become advocates and activists activists in our work with children, especially together, we can make a meaningful impact in their lives. Thank you. This is my reference list I under my presentation. Thank you.